Commission meeting, July 11th, Thursday. Beautiful day outside. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Western Commissioner Hosey Blue.
Present.
Eastern Commissioner Bradley Jackson.
Present.
Presiding Commissioner Lynn Morris.
Present, if you'll join me with the pledge.
I
pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you very
I
much.
feel like you guys pranked me there.
Well, we did.
Well, I looked in the same spot and then I had to move my eyes.
I think Richard and I rearranged the flags a little bit, so just keep you on your toes. Okay, the next item of business is to approve the consent agenda. Looks like there's nothing being removed from the consent agenda. We do have approval of one set of minutes that commission meeting July 9th that we just had. We got that to approve today. We have no financials. And we're going to move on other items for consideration. We're going to move up to the very beginning, Employee Services Director Bryant, Employee of the Quarter recognition. So that's extremely important. We're going to do it first. So I would accept a motion to approve the consent agenda as stated.
So moved.
Second that
motion, sir.
All right, we got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, it passes. So the first thing that we want to do today is recognize the Employee of the Quarter, which is an extremely important thing. And Ms. Amber, do you want to say anything before I announce the? So I'm going to do it. Okay. So I'm really proud of this employee, and we have so many employees. I looked at to see how many people had turned in employees' names and things like that, and there was quite a few. So it was really good that we've got so many great employees doing so many great things. But this employee of the second quarter goes to Sarah Lunn from the Recorder's Office.
Make sure you take good notes.
So here we go. I'm going to tell you some great things about Sarah. Sarah is an example of an exemplary employee on a daily basis. She is always early for work. She is the first to jump in and turn everything on and be ready for a citizen that may walk in the door promptly at 8 a.m. Many times she starts this before even taking off her coat if she sees it hasn't been done yet. She keeps our office looking friendly, cheerful, and decorates for the seasons. Kelly Hall has received many wonderful comments from the public on the appearance of her office. And that's true, your office looks great. Sarah does everything she can to help those that come into the Recorder's Office while also being supportive and uplifting of the staff that her office and other offices. Sarah is receiving this award because she is the perfect example of what an outstanding employee is, and we thank her for her service. So, come on over. We're going to put you up on the ledge because I can't stand up, and so and somewhere we have a gift card. Here we are. Okay, so we're going to be presenting this. We're going to get some pictures. This says Certificate Employee of the Quarter, Sarah Lunn, signed by all the commissioners. So if you'll kind of hold that,
Thank you.
and we'll get the other two commissioners to kind of come in. And then we have a gift certificate, a gift card for you.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Just let me know when you're ready to go eat.
Okay, I'll let you know.
1, 2, 3, let's smile here. I'm going to do this one too. All right, thanks guys.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
How many weeks have you worked?
It'll be 8 next month, so
8?
7
All right.
3/4.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank
again.
Good job.
Thank you.
Anything more notes?
And congratulations to Kelly Hall for having an employee. That's good. Okay. All right. Next item on the business, we're going to go back up to purchasing manager, Ms. Hopkins Will. We're talking about, and I think Manager Rawlings, contract renewal, cybersecurity maintenance.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
So this is for cybersecurity maintenance. It's Alltech Solutions Group was awarded the contract for cybersecurity computer and software maintenance last year. This is the first contract renewal for that service, and the maintenance covers a plethora of software that keeps us safe. This year, they've asked for a 5% increase in the price, and that covers the increase in software licenses. And so we recommend that you renew the Alltech Solutions Group contract.
Okay, any comments or questions concerning this Alltech agreement?
No, staff is 100% happy with their
Very much so.
negotiations, and I think we're good on my side.
Fine for me.
Issues there, so I'd make a motion to approve the agreement with Alltech.
Okay, we got a motion.
Second?
We got a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it passes. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
I think that's a very important thing, so unfortunately, I wish it wasn't. Okay, the next item is Maintenance Supervisor Teague. We're talking about the gazebo ADA adjustment.
Commissioners, we reached out to an engineering firm to get this right once and for all. CFS Engineers, Todd Polk, met me on site. We discussed all the options that was previously suggested, and no matter what we looked at, nothing was actually ADA compliant. So Mr. Polk, he decided after a discussion, that we would actually draw up an engineering plan, that he would research all current requirements, and we would not be revisiting this in the future. What we come up with, I don't know if you guys had a chance to review the plans, was we're going to take the existing sidewalk completely out from the radius sidewalk that goes around the building. The one that goes to the gazebo will be removed. The step at the center of the gazebo will be removed. We'll bring that up from the radius sidewalk almost to zero grade all the way to the gazebo. And we will backfill around that. That takes away any handrails that would be required. The radius sidewalks that go around the gazebo, those two little radiuses, we cannot have two directional forces on a wheelchair. So you're either going up or down, or you're turning on a level pad. So those will become a 90-degree offset to the landings. One more requirement is that the 6-foot benches that's on the outside of those added landings has to be removed to be ADA compliant, because that's where the sidewalks will come in. So do you have any questions at this point?
So, Richard, what was the cost bid on that?
We don't have a bid on it.
Oh, we don't.
Because we've had multiple plans. Now, the original plans that I talked to Hamby Construction about still had the radius sidewalks in with a ramp, but the radius sidewalks would only bring the wheelchairs up to the add-on landings. We found out that that was not what was required by ADA. That bid would come in just over $8,000. Because of the two directional forces, and it was explained to me because there was an actual roof on the rotunda and not the outer landings, that would be the requirement in case it rained, someone was out here for the landing for the wheelchairs. So we were going about it backwards. This information that we were given.
The reason why I ask is I talked to Jillian yesterday, and as soon as we do get a firm bid, they want to apply for some grants to help pay for it.
I've had the same conversation with Jillian. There is a $15,000 grant that they're wanting to apply for, but they have to have an approved set of plans to do that.
Right, that's what I was going to say. So as soon as we get the plans and a firm bid, we can turn that over there to them, and I think their intention is to try to get that $15,000 grant, and that will go a long ways in helping us do what we need to do.
So along with all the landscaping, we may be required to put in a small pipe or culvert under the new ramp because the elevation prevents some ponding between this tree out here and the gazebo. So they will do that, will be exposed slightly on the ends with 45 and taper. Make them look nice. There's 8 shrubs that have to be removed. The elevation will raise up around the radius of the gazebo and then will be replaced. All the erosion control and everything is in the plans. They do not clean out on site. They've really hit all the bases. They've identified the new fiber lines and phone lines across through there. It's a very simple project, but a complicated one because of where it's at.
Once they start, how long will it take to finish that project?
That'll be something that we talk to the contractors about once that bid is awarded. Once they come out, they can give us an idea.
Because there will be activities going on all summer and fall, and there'll be times when that gazebo's out of.
I would think a job like this, if everything in a perfect world, would take less than a week.
Oh, really? Well, that would be great.
That would be a perfect world. Reality is, you've got a subcontractor for concrete, you've got one guy doing the landscaping, one guy doing the elevations, so that complicates things.
If it takes less than a week, or say a week or two, if we just look at the calendar with Historic River District, you got your annual old car parade going around. You got different events that they've already got on a calendar, and anybody else that's got anything on the calendar.
And I'm sure we can push this. It's easier to push this type of work farther out than it is to try to squeeze it in. Closer to your award date.
All righty. Well, very good. Do we need to?
We need a vote from the commission whether to accept this plan or deny it, and then we can move forward from there.
One quick question. You said something, did you say some benches would have to be removed?
Yeah, there's 2 6-foot benches on the outer landings. Because of where the sidewalks come in, those benches actually is an ADA compliance issue because it doesn't allow enough room for the wheelchairs to enter the gazebo and make the turn. So we would just have to relocate them to another place.
Okay, that was my question. All right, thank you.
All right, very good. Ready to receive a motion to approve this plan as stated?
I would make that motion, sir.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, very good work. I think it seems like it's taken a long time, but we're finally going to get it done and be in compliance. So I think I appreciate that.
Yes, engineers.
The next item on the agenda is Ms. Amber, second quarter update.
You should all have a copy in front of you. I can run through these and give you some of the highlights. I will start off by saying that we had 25 new hires this quarter, which is the highest we've ever done in a quarter. So,
Yay.
yep. And it was a lot of, one of the things you'll notice that we only had 211 recruitment applications and we hired 25. That's actually one of our lower numbers of applicants. So that was interesting to me, but maybe just me. We are continuing to change over our applicant tracking system. It has proven to be a little more difficult than, everything. When you make a change like that, it's just proving to be a little bit more difficult than we originally anticipated. But we do have the goal to be completely changed over next month. That is how we take all of our applications, post all of our jobs, and how we onboard people. That's that system. If you want to read through here, a lot of these things are things we do every month or every quarter. We did have a change from the Department of Labor that required a little bit of work this quarter. We made those changes, and then there'll be another shift at the end of the year that will require a little bit more, some more changes. But that's not done yet, so we can't really work ahead because some people have tried to sue the government, so it's paused. So we're not going to work ahead on that one. We successfully changed over, or we successfully finalized our work comp liability and cybersecurity policies. Those all went into effect July 1. We worked, IT and the auditor, we worked on creating a budget and a roadmap for IT. Went to the first HR day for the MAC conference. Any questions about HR? We have 15 positions open currently, and like I said, we filled 25. Going to the purchasing department, she had a busy quarter. You can see here all of, she had over 1,000 purchase orders, and you can go through here. She did do an aging report in May. She's got new contract renewals. She did a proposal conference. We actually did a proposal conference too on the insurance carrier, which Kim didn't do that one. We had surplus on Gov Deals. We sold the 2 bucket trucks for $22,901. Kim and Miranda worked on that. And then they also sold some computer monitors. On her update, she mentioned that there was a lot of work that was done on the food services contract. Also, it's nice to know that Taney County is using our turnkey contract, which saves them a lot of work and also makes us, we're being helpful and shows that we know what we're doing when other people want to utilize that from us. She's working on some contract revisions. We did change over postage, how postage was ran. Now there's another postage machine over in our building, so we ironed all the kinks out for that. She attended the Verizon crisis response meeting and then gave Lynn an update on that as well. We have one of the 2 new electric trucks for PNC have been delivered. And she also hosted a lunch and learn, and it was over the emergency preparedness. Kim is actually the president right now of the Missouri Association of Public Purchasing. One of the things she did in April was they had their state conference, and it went really well. She did a great job, and she also gets to travel to the National Institute of Government Purchasing. That conference is in August. It's in North Carolina, and as president, they're covering all of that, so that doesn't cost us anything, but we get the rewards of having her have all that knowledge.
Good job.
So,
Yeah.
great job, Kim.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add, or do you have any questions?
Any comment or questions on that?
The only question I have is on the page about Christian County contract utilized by another county, when it talked about attended a Verizon crisis response meeting, etc. Are we talking here about Taney County doing that under our contract? Or are we talking about if we did?
Oh, no, that's just she's giving you an update, and then all the bullets are things we did.
Okay, so that's things that we did.
Mhm.
And so how does that, is that connected directly to what the emergency services
They were
people
there,
are doing?
yes.
Where we already voted a multi-million-dollar thing
That's
with.
a separate thing, totally separate.
Remember whenever Verizon came and talked to
We
you
had
about
Miranda.
Homeland Security?
Yes.
I went to that meeting.
She
And
set
I
that
thought
up.
it was important enough for you to hear a synopsis of
Right.
that meeting. So
Right.
that's what that was.
Okay,
She just, if we put that in there, she initiated that whole
Okay.
thing.
but that in no way relates directly to what
Yes.
Becky is
Yes.
doing over with the 911 or whatever. Yeah, I didn't want a duplication of effort, so that's the reason I said thank you.
Any other questions about purchasing?
Any other comments, questions?
No, just good job.
Yeah, always a good job, and same way with HR, I mean, and same way with IT.
Well, IT, I say it every time, it's the shortest list and seems to take up the most time. It just does. it seems like I will say we are making excellent progress, and we are leaps and bounds ahead of where we were. But some days it slaps us in the face that we still have things we have to fix, and we still have setbacks. But the guys are great. They're working through them. When they show you their completed items, I mean, you can go back and look. We are knocking out the things in progress. We are completing items, and we're moving forward. But they always have a plan of what else is left to do. It's all part of we have a giant roadmap. We got to fix this before we can fix this, and building upon each other. But they're doing a great job. And we're continuing to renegotiate our contracts. When we left our outside service provider, our third parties, the one that we had forever, when we left them, we had several contracts that we set in place to protect us before when we went on our own. Well, now we have 3 employees in our internal department, and much of that can be taken away because we have our own people in place to do it successfully. We set those up because we weren't sure how this was going to go. It was kind of a safety net. But as those contracts end, or it comes time where we can change those, we are cutting those costs as we go. I mean, even yesterday, we cut down PIT technology from $3,500 a month to $1,600.
36 to 16, I think, yeah.
Yeah, 36 to 16. So that was yesterday. That didn't make it good, but we are continuing to do that. And are better for it. So.
I would just say, too bad we don't have John here. We've got two of our IT guys here, but of all the things that I think that I've been involved in my 2.5 years, the decision that the commission made, and you helped us, the people all helped us to drop the company that we had used for several years. We're saving thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars over time that we're saving, and we've got such a much better, robust system. And so it has to be one of the biggest pluses that we've done in a while.
Well, it was wasteful spending too, because it wasn't getting us anywhere.
So very good. I'm really proud of the 3 gentlemen that do what they do every day.
So that is my team. I feel like we have a great team, and they work hard every day.
All right. Any other comments or questions then? Okay. Hey, thank you, Miss Amber.
Very good, thank you.
I think now that brings us up to a rezoning hearing at 10 o'clock. So
Recess.
I will take a motion to recess.
Nope.
We don't
You
need
don't need
one.
that motion. You just go into recess.
We're just going to go into recess, and we will come back at 10 a.m. for 3 cases for planning and zoning. Okay?
Would you like
Recess.